Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Meditation in this yoga of knowledge retreat. So, what is the knowledge we should have about meditation? First, meditation is not an act, then we have to do meditation. Because any act we do, it ends. And the result of any action is limited, it is not permanent. For example, if you take a stone and the stone by itself is inert, it can't fly. So we take the stone and throw it. So the stone is associated with the act of throw. Then it will go on flying till the energy is associated with that stone. After it is exhausted, it will fall down. In the same manner, when we do meditation, we will do meditation for half an hour and then we will go to sleep. Therefore, let us be very clear about this. Meditation is not an act and it is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time experience. The difference between the action and the noun is always there, actions begin and end. See? Therefore, this first error we have to correct. Let us not get lost in doing meditation. Then second thing. Is meditation a journey? If it is a journey, it is from where to where. So, meditation is a journey from what we imagine that we are to what we in reality are. In the other words, from the virtual reality to the actual reality. What we think ourselves to be and what we are. It is something like it is the journey between the husband and the man. So husband begins the journey and ends in the man. So what will be the journey? The journey is not spatio-temporal. It is not a journey in time. It is not a journey in space. But it is only a journey in understanding. Now the third important thing. All the problems of our life are associated with something which is finite. In the infinite, there are no problems. Because there are no two infinities. Infinite is only one. And in that one infinite, multiplicity or manyness is only a conditioned expressions. Like space is one infinite, and in that we superimpose the conditioning of relation between the earth and the sun and start creating directions, north, east, west, south. Therefore, the rule is, in the infinite, the finite is always imagined. It is not real. So, when we recognize the imagination as the imagination, we have come out of the imagination. But when we take the imagination as real, then we are caught up in the imagination. See, the example I gave the other day, when we look into the mirror, our understanding is different. But for the bird, it is different. So the bird thinks that the reflection in the mirror is real and therefore the samsara begins. Therefore, the yoga of knowledge indicates that all our problems originate from wrong understanding and wrong notions. So we have to remove these wrong notions without replacing them with the new notions. You say other paths, like path of karma. Earlier I was cheating the people, now I don't cheat the people. Earlier I was killing, now I don't kill others. Earlier I was a non-vegetarian, now I am not a non-vegetarian. So in the path of karma, I is still maintained. Same thing, path of yoga. Earlier I used to wake up very late, now I wake up not that late. Earlier I used to unable to sit proper also, now I keep on sitting and do nothing. So that I is only changed, replace the bad by the good. Then we come to the path of devotion. Path of devotion is what? That earlier I had never gone to the temple, now I go only to the temple. Earlier I used to see the movies, now I see only the satsanga. Earlier I used to listen to the cinema music, now I create the bhajan on the cinema tunes. This I is maintained everywhere. We have to know the basic principle. Spiritual life is removing the wrong notions without replacing with the new notions. Then we come to discover we are not a notional existence, but we are the real one. And for that, our understanding should be very clear. And this understanding depends on how we are interacting with our own life. How do we take our life? Do we take our life only the waking experiences? Some of us get lost in the dream experiences, and most of us get lost in the deep sleep. So, is life only the waking, or only the dream, or only the deep sleep, or the life is all the three and yet beyond the three? This inquiry will lead us to the truth. And then we'll come to discover that we have been unnecessarily struggling in life, either in the material life or in the spiritual life. See, and therefore, let us try to understand when we talk about ourselves, what do we talk about? We write autobiography of a Dumbo. And what is that autobiography? I was born and I started growing vertically. Then the ceiling came. Then I didn't give up. I started growing horizontally. Then I got married. Who was born? Who is growing? See, friends. Therefore, today we'll try to understand this basic principle. This world comes into existence only after body identification. This one statement I'll repeat million times. This is the only thing. All other things, going to hell, going to heaven, sin and merit and good and bad, this is all KG1, KG2, KG3. Enough of it, enough. One man I said, hey, what are you doing these days? Oh, Swamiji, I am in KG2. Now also KG2? You are 35 years. No, I like that miss. So you cannot continue to be in KG2, KG3 throughout your life. We have to grow. That was necessary, no doubt about it. KG1, KG2 is necessary, primary is necessary, middle school is necessary, high school is necessary. But whole life you are going to be there only. When are we going to grow? And then if we are really growing, then we come to discover all the problems always belong to somebody. Nobody has no problems. Somebody has always some problems. Therefore, the yoga of knowledge tells that there are three eyes. Not the Lord Shiva's three eyes. Small I, and capital I. Three eyes. The capital I is called as Mukhyatma, the essential self, which is common, which is only one. That is essential I. It is not one per head. Like the space is only one. East is holy and west is unholy. No. Space is only one. So essential self, Mukhyatma is one. Now this Mukhyatma, expressing through the Panchakoshas, gets identified with the body, is called as the Mithyatma or the illusory self. See? And for this we don't have to do anything, only just cognize this. When we are in deep sleep, that time we are man or woman. We are young or old. We are in South Africa or Kenya. We are in 2019 or 2020. Everything ends. But we are still there as nobody. So this nobody, the absolute self, although expressing through the body as life, but yet not identified with the body as body. See? Therefore, in the deep sleep, there are many people who cannot keep quiet throughout their life. Therefore, even in sleep also they keep on talking. See? One wife took her husband to the hospital, to the doctor, and told, Doctor Saab, do something. Whole night he keeps on talking. I can't sleep. Give him some medicine. So the doctor said, please sit down. I took out some tablets and told her, Amma, you take these tablets. See, you are misunderstanding, doctor. I am okay. He is constantly talking at night. I understood your problem. You take this tablet. Then why? Then you will keep quiet during the day. Then he can talk. Then he doesn't have to talk at night. All those who talk at night, they are not allowed to talk during the day. And therefore they keep on talking. See, friends. So the moment we get identified with the body, the world begins. And now we have to understand this body identified personality is illusory. Mithyatma means which appears but doesn't exist. There are three stages. Something is not, and something is not, yet it appears. That which is, you can't do anything. That which is not, you don't have to do anything. But that which is not and yet appears, it creates problem. See, exactly the same way, this body identification is mithyatma. How it is mithyatma? Now which body you are? The small baby body? See? Or is it the teenage body? The middle-aged body? Which body you are? The more you become aware of this phenomena, then we come to know, after we are body identified, then the 2G scam begins. The second generation is born. After body identification, I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. So how many eyes are there? Mukhyatma is absolute one. Then Mithyatma is relative one, where I versus you is born. And the third, Gaunatma, the secondary one, they are plenty per head. And out of these three, who is suffering or enjoying? The Gaunatma, the multiple eyes, they are constantly miserable. At the moment you find out where is the husband, where is the wife, where is the mother, where is the father, they disappear. See, therefore, the Mukhyatma is called as the absolute self. Then, in this absolute self, there is no problem. Then the second one. We also experience in dream the dreamer I. I had a very good dream. I had a very bad dream. See? The story I had told once, a child was crying in the morning, got up and started crying. The father said, "Oh God, you start right morning crying, you have gone on your mother so much. What happened?" So the child said, "Dad, I had a very bad dream." Never mind, it was a dream. Again he started crying. What happened? The dream was I failed in the examination. Children, what else can they dream? The father got angry. You can't even pass in the dream? How will you pass in your actual life? Relax. Don't become tense. See, when you are playing tabla or any string instrument, sitar, etc., that instrument should have optimum tension. But the one who is playing, he should be relaxed. Your mind should be optimum alert, but you should be relaxed. If you become tense, you will not understand anything. Relax. You are not going to get anything. I sat for meditation and Krishna came. And he scolded me and went away. See, relax, relax. So, the one who is enjoying or suffering in the dream, the dreamer, he is called as technically as a pratibhasik jiva. Pratibhasik jiva means that I who exists only during the dream. See? Then we are now awake, I hope. Now in this waking experience, we are called as the Vyavaharik Jiva. Vyavaharik Jiva means what? I am the speaker, so I should talk on the subject. You are the listener, so you should not go to sleep. Vyavaharik Jiva. When I am driving the car, I should drive the car. When I am in front of my wife, I should keep my mouth shut. Vyavaharik Jiva. Then, when this Pratibhasik Jiva, the dreamer, was suffering, he had a very bad dream. And then somehow that dream broke because of some accident, and he comes out of dream. After he comes out of the dream, what is his attitude toward the dreamer? Oh God, it was just a dream. And we don't bother about it. So, for the Vyavaharik Jiva, for the waker, the good and the bad experiences of the dreamer have no value. But during the dream, it was a solid reality. So what the dreamer has to do? Go to satsang? No. See, we are having a theme this time, learning from our experiences. So learn from your experience of dream. When the dream is going on very well, such a dream never breaks. You are riding a motorcycle and in Switzerland you are going all the beautiful roads, nice ice peaks all around, not much rush, all open roads, and some hundi is sitting behind you, and in that Mere Sapano Ki Rani, you are going on and on and on, and that dream will never break. Then in the same dream, your motorcycle skids and goes into a gorge. Oh, then the dream breaks. Be very attentive. Exactly the same way. When everything is goody happening, such a waking dream will never break. Then in this waking dream, one day, something happens. And then, oh God, I can't imagine this can happen to me. I don't know what to do. Let me go for the retreat. This is how people turn the dogward journey toward the Godward journey. We start thinking, come on, what is this? I have never done any bad to anybody. Why this happened to me? Who can understand this? He who has initiated the process of learning from one's own experiences. We don't learn. So, when the dreamer, the Pratibhasik Jiva, wakes out of his dream, not because of something good, but because of something bad. You all know the story of Tulsidas Ji Maharaj. He never had any woman in his life right from birth. Mother died, no auntie, no grandmother. He was brought up in a ashram among the males. And then when he got married, for the first time he came in contact with a woman, that too as a wife. He became so infatuated and mad after her. And one day she scolded him. You are so mad after this body made out of bones and blood and urine and fix, If you become that much mad for Bhagwan Ram, he will reveal to you. That was enough for him. Out of an ordinary lecturer, a great saint was born. See, friends. Because he has learnt, really, is our life only to run after the bodies and take care of the bodies or something more? So, this happens in our life. When we come out of the dream, we know, oh, dreamer was just an illusion, was not real. How it was not real, be very attentive. Every dream has a separate dreamer. In one dream, I was a king. In the other dream, I was a thief. In the third dream, I was this Babaji. In the fourth dream, I was married. In the fifth dream, I was in the jail. Has anybody ever written biography of a dreamer? There is no connection. Be very attentive. Exactly the same way. Like for every dream, there is a separate dreamer. There are no connection whatsoever. Similarly, for every waking experience, there is a separate waker. There is no connection. But then we start writing. I was born there in Honolulu, and then I started growing. I did studied. Ram, 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 Ram. And this I is like what? This is Vyavaharik I. How this is? You take this yesterday that mala was given, such a beautiful mala. I thought the best place is Bhagwan Shankaracharya. So, if you see the mala, what exactly a mala is? Unrelated flowers brought together in a thread and a mala appears. And the weight of the mala is, let us say, 10 grams. Then you cut the thread, open all the flowers, thread is also there. Will the weight reduce or increase? It will remain the same. Now the question is, where the mala has gone? Thread is there, the flowers are there. Where it has gone? Nowhere. Why? It was never existing. The mala is only an appearance. Exactly the same way. All the wakers, they are like the flowers. In our Hindi, we call flowers as fools. So we put all the fools together. And with the thread of consciousness, a mala is made. And that is I. And one day the thread cuts and the flowers. Where that I has gone? This experience of yours is living in meditation. You are not thinking about your body. You are not thinking about your relations. You are not thinking about cold. And I hope you are not thinking about breakfast. Think. So, how do we live then in this world? In this world we live. Vyavaharik Jiva means we have to conduct our life day-to-day life. So only one word will solve all the problems. One word. And that one word is, we are all actors on the stage of life. Only act. Don't react. So if you are in front of your father, be submissive, pretend that you are obedient, don't argue and keep quiet. Over. If you are in front of your wife, pretend that you are listening. And when she says, come for food, then you should listen. You will be successful son, successful husband, successful father. Vyavaharik Jiva. Now, the last and the most important for us, it is called as Paramarthik Jiva. Paramarthik Jiva is a seeker. Now be attentive. For the Vyavaharik Jiva, for the waker, whatever has happened to the dream and the dreamer has no value. He just brushes the means, okay, yeah, it was dream, don't disturb. then be attentive. When a Paramarthik Jiva, technically called as the seeker, when a seeker is born, he is no more influenced by the experiences of these Vyavaharik Jiva, the husband, father, mother, brother, sister, husband. They don't disturb the seeker. But what happens? We sit for meditation as a husband. So when the Vyavaharik Jiva is sitting for meditation, when the husband sits for meditation, what will be the Ishta Devata? Belan Devi. Devi with a belan in the hand. He can never be at peace. See, friends. Then the question comes, who is this Paramarthik Jiva? Who is the seeker? The seeker is the one who has come to this conclusion. After having got this human body, the next step is only spiritual evolution. Everything else must wait. No need. Don't get involved in this world beyond limits. So whatever role we have to play, play your role. Like Bhagwan Krishna played all his roles. But he never got rolled up in anything. And therefore, we have to practice the simple thing as nobody. And when you start practicing as nobody, what will be your sadhana now as a seeker, as a Paramarthik Jiva? Now, this meditation I am telling you is when you are conducting yourself in the world. So when we are moving in the world, move like any average person. We don't have to be extraordinary, but observe only one thing. Talk if it is utmost necessary. Don't observe mauna. Talk, but when necessary. Because in Gujarat, in India, there is one ashram, and there everything is free. You can go in that ashram, register yourself, and they put you in a room, and in that room there is an entry door and one window, and the room is locked from outside. You can't go outside. Inside everything is there. They provide you lunch, dinner. They take your clothes out, wash and give you back. But you are not allowed to talk to anybody, see anybody, and you have nothing in that room. People go there and come out after half an hour. There are other people who go to the Vipassana meditations. They are not allowed to talk anybody. Look at your toes and walk. Don't eye to anybody. Don't talk. They suffer and come back. Don't do that. Talk when necessary, but minimum. This I am not telling you from my head. Bhagavan Sri Krishna told this principle to Uddhavji in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. When Uddhavji was crying, he said, Lord, you are going, now how will I live in this world? He said, okay, I'll tell you how to live. He said, don't praise anybody, don't condemn anybody. Don't ask anybody to come, don't ask anybody to go. And he gave the reason. He said, whenever you evaluate, comment, you are given a status of reality to that. Do we comment on the mirage waters? Oh, mirage water was so sweet. It is potable. No. We see that, but no comments. Because it is not real. And another important thing, whenever we see the illusions, we enjoy them. We don't suffer, but we don't desire them. When we see the rainbow, we enjoy. Hey, how beautiful it is, see? But we never think, let me take a piece of rainbow and give it to my honey. No. See, friends. Therefore, meditation begins when a seeker is born. Therefore, who will be the seeker? He who is no more influenced by the Vyavaharik Jiva. So we all have to play different roles. Mother, father, brother, sister, we have to play all the roles. Play. But don't carry the burden of those roles on your head. Bhagavan Shankara says, Shatro mitre putre bandhau ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. You don't create friends and enemies in this world. In due time, you will start loving to be in natural silence. You are not struggling. You are not taken a vow. We have not done anything physical or any breathing exercise. Only corrected the understanding of I. This Paramarthik Jiva, the seeker, remains undisturbed by all the bodies. This Paramarthik Jiva is nobody. Because all relational experiences have become important, null and void for this seeker. He doesn't have to struggle for controlling the mind. as much the space is effortless in supporting the contents and yet remains undisturbed by the contents. Similarly, the seeker, Paramarthik Jiva, remains undisturbed. Nothing is rejected. Everything is supported. All the relations, all the responsibilities, if you observe, your body has become firm at the base, vertically it is steady, your breathing is extremely slow and shallow. These are the symptoms that the body disidentification has happened without any special efforts. The mind is relatively quiet and not reacting. All sounds are heard, but we are not getting disturbed. Like when we go to sleep, we give up everything. Here also, we are given up the world, we are given up all the bodies, and therefore meditation is an experience where meditator and meditation both disappear. That which remains in the absence of everything, to which absence cannot touch, and therefore, even to label this reality as pure existence is blasphemy. This experience is 24/7. We have to just recognize this. It is not created. Only by proper contemplation and inquiry, without getting lost in the body, prana, breathing, or the mind, we have transcended all of them without any struggle. because the problems are neither in the body nor prana nor the mind. The problems are in wrong thinking, incomplete understanding. Take deep breath slowly 2-3 times. As we did this, now the body is included in our mind. The shape, size, the contour line of the body has become distinctly available. Move slowly your toes and fingers. Now the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside has come to existence. And I versus you, a Vyavaharik Jiva, a waker is born, and the samsara will begin. Don't make any memory of this because you will get lost in conceptualization of the self. The truth is not a concept. Offer everything at the feet of the Lord. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.